Welcome to Keeping Up with Jones, the Lonnie Jones podcast adventure. You are going to hear the stories from the eclectic life of a guy who is a professional counselor, a family man, a SWAT team chaplain, outdoor enthusiast, a guy involved with ropes, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, a chaotic Jedi, and who is a recipient of an honorary doctorate from the University of Adversity. Using these stories, we take the facts lead to concepts, and from the concepts we make a variety of life applications. Just a caveat about the facts. Most of the time we will tell you the facts just the way it happened, but once in a while we'll give you the facts the way other people remember how it happened, and that usually includes a tablespoon of embellishment. No harm is meant, just good, clean fun for educational purposes. Please subscribe and share this with your friends or your enemies. It might help them to be better people if they listen. As always, we thank you for keeping up with Jones, the Lonnie Jones podcast adventure. Introducing the Bible degree with digital ministry. Paul used the marketplace and the synagogue to reach an expanded audience. We have access to the internet and social media. I once heard it said that when McDonald's introduced the drive-through window, they did not change the Big Mac, only how it was delivered. Faulkner University is now offering a new digital ministry track for their Bible degree. Faulkner's degree provides training in understanding and teaching the gospel, alongside training that will allow students to create quality digital content. Opportunities for evangelism in the digital spaces is unlimited, and this is innovative ministry education for our contemporary culture. One of the instructors is a 2-time Emmy-winning former ESPN designer. Members of the Church of Christ could be eligible for the full tuition Jack Zorn Scholarship in order to pursue this special area of study. For more information, contact admissions at faulkner.edu. That is admissions at faulkner.edu. Faulkner University is a digital partner with Keeping Up with Jones, the Lonnie Jones podcast adventure. We went down to visit our dear friends Rhonda and Halo. Now, in the world of nicknames, Jalisco Fernandez, wearing the moniker Halo, may be in the top 3 coolest nicknames in the world. Years ago, Scotty Widener had the call sign in his military career. He wore the call sign Pagan 6. Now, that's not a nickname, but in the realm of cool stuff, it makes Hollywood names like Hollywood, Maverick, Goose, and Iceman. It seemed like kids on a camping trip making up Indian names. I like my nickname Lonzo, and I thought that the guys on the team giving me the call sign Delta 316 was not only very cool, but very funny. But Halo, what a cool nickname. Halo is so cool that when Halo thru hiked the Appalachian Trail, and I didn't know this, but the people who thru hike or people who hike on the AT, they get a trail name. Well, his nickname was so boss that his actual name, Halo, became a trail name. Anyway, we went to visit Rhonda and Halo at their new retirement home on Lake Martin. Now, Rhonda and Halo are both amazing people. Halo is an accomplished hiker, a fisherman, an executive, a former Marine, an outstanding Bible student and teacher. He's a leader and a guy you'd want on your side in just about any situation. Rhonda was homecoming queen at Auburn University. She worked in the Reagan administration, and her dad, Dr. Jack Zorn, the founder of the internationally known youth leadership development program called Lads to Leaders, was the preacher at our church when I was a boy. Rhonda and my brother Gerald are about the same age, and so we've kept in touch and kind of been in the same circles. Rhonda serves on every board of any import in the civilized world. If you've got something important going on and you want somebody with some panache to get behind it, Rhonda's the person that you need to have on her board. She knows everybody, and everybody knows her. She has lived committed and devoted to her father's legacy and vision to keep the Lads to Leaders program not only viable, but make it grow. And she and Halo have touched, I don't know how many lives, not only through the Lads to Leaders program, just through their personal involvement and their benevolence. I hadn't seen Rhonda in years, and we reconnected at a conference in Orlando when I went down there to speak at the very first M2Y conference. M2Y stands for Ministering to Youth. It's an annual conference held every year, and it's basically designed to help people who are in youth ministry but are not quote unquote professional youth ministers. It's a great conference. Check them out on the web if you get a chance. Anyway, we reconnected at this conference, and she and Jackie became adventure buddies. They have snorkeled with the manatees. They've ridden horses withers deep in the gator-infested Florida swamps. They've toured the water reclamation project in an airboat, and they've road tripped together, not only on a trip to Colorado, but they went to the presidential inauguration. Now, as an avid fisherman, when they retired, Halo and Rhonda were looking for lake property, and they found one on Logan Martin Lake. And so we went down to see them in their new home. And while we were visiting, walking around the grounds and looking at the beautiful house and the beautiful setting they live in, I noticed a gray and black cat sleeping on the balcony rail. And I innocently asked, "What's your cat's name?" To which Rhonda replied, "I don't have a cat. That's not my cat." Well, over the weekend, I noticed the same gray and black cat lounging on the deck, hunting birds at the bird feeder, sleeping on the porch, and being as at home as a guy with a tapeworm at a buffet. I mean, this cat was as comfortable as a third shift cop at a Waffle House or a mustache on a fireman. Let's just say, to bolster my argument, the cat tried to raise kittens in Halo's bass boat. I think they have a cat. This year, they came to visit us. Now we've gone to visit them at Christmas and for New Year's, and then they've come up and stayed with us. Well, this year, they came to our house. And as they walked in the door, of course, I had to tease Rhonda, and I said, "So, how's your cat?" And Rhonda protested, "I do not have a cat." And right at that moment, I mean at that instant, Halo got a signal from their front porch camera. Something, maybe a package was left, or maybe somebody was there at the door. He opened the app on his phone, and standing there on the front porch was the gray and black cat. And the look on his face looked like he was saying, "What do you mean you don't have a cat?" Denial is not just a river in Egypt. And maybe Rhonda doesn't have a cat. Maybe in the technical term, it's not actually her cat. She'd never taken it to the vet. She does not feed it intentionally, and it does not come into the house. But it lives at her house. It's comfortable at her house, and it has no reason to leave her house. Now, she may not claim the cat, but apparently the cat has claimed her. In spite of all the protestations, denials, and refusal of the obvious, it looks like, for all practical purposes, that Rhonda has a cat. Someone would say, I don't have a bad attitude. And that's fine to say, but if bad words, bad relationships, bad drama hang out around where you are, if those kind of negative things are safe, nourished, nurtured in and around your life, you may not think you have one, but if it shows up in your pictures and it's on your porch, I'm just saying, you may protest, you may deny, you may not think you have a problem. And problem can be anything from substance problem to a gambling problem to a spending problem to a porn problem, an eating problem, a compulsion problem, or a procrastination problem. And you may deny it. But if it lives at your house, and whether it's actually in your house, if it's in the periphery, if it rests, relaxes, shows up, and when people think of it, they think of you, then you may, whether or not we want to admit it, we may have that particular cat at our house. Now, I'm not suggesting that she do it, but if she wanted to settle the debate once and for all, she could get rid of the cat. There are a multiplicity of strategies to release a cat from the vestiges of this planet. I think that's the politically correct way to say there's more than one way to skin a cat. Now, she could address this directly. She could catch the cat and relocate it, rehome it, or take it to the place for unwanted cats. But in this particular case, the cat doesn't actually feel unwanted. She could create an environment where it would be unwanted. She could create an environment where it was not encouraged to stay, where it was not comfortable, and where it could not thrive. She could do everything from installing motion-detected sprinklers to getting Afghan wolfhounds. She could just simply pay attention to it every time she saw it. Every time she noticed it, every time it came to her attention, she could address it when she saw it on the dock, the deck, the balcony railing, or the front porch camera. And if she addressed it every time it showed its little furry head, it might get the hint and go away. But habits, problems, attitudes, they're like an uninvited cat. They're not necessarily unwanted. They're just uninvited. And if we let them hang around, if we let them get occasionally fed, if they get comfortable, then they don't leave. They stay, they get comfortable, they grow, they thrive. And as much as we don't want to admit it, they are at our house. And by the time someone asks about the cat we don't have, well, the cat actually has us. There's a cat in the lake house where Rhonda stays. It's not in the house, but in the yard it plays. It's not mine, you'll hear her say, but it really looks that way. I say it really looks that way. The mission of Heritage Christian University is simple. They aim to advance the churches of Christ by equipping servants through undergraduate and graduate programs. Heritage Christian University produces effective communicators of the gospel, focusing on evangelism and a commitment to Scripture. Heritage Christian University is accredited by the Association for Biblical Higher Education and offers the following degrees: Associate of Arts in Biblical Studies, Bachelor of Arts in Biblical Studies, Master of Arts, Master of Ministry, and Master of Divinity. Since 1968, Heritage Christian University, formerly International Bible College, has offered affordable degrees in biblical studies, allowing graduates to thrive in their ministries without the burden of loan debt after graduation. For more information about Heritage Christian University, visit www.hcu.edu. That's 3 W's and a dot. hcu.edu. Heritage Christian University is a sponsor of Keeping Up with Jones, the Lonnie Jones podcast adventure. Using the tool of shortwave radio, World Christian Broadcasting literally covers the world every day with the gospel. They use 2 large curtain antennas. One is located in Anchor Point, Alaska, and the other in Madagascar. They send out messages that are recorded at their international home in Franklin, Tennessee. They make available 40 hours of broadcast every day. The broadcasts are made in English, Chinese, Russian, Spanish, Portuguese, Korean, English for Africa, and Arabic. They would love for your group to visit them. You can bring your ladies group, your youth group, or your men's group. Just give them a call at 615-371-8707. 615-371-8707, or you can go to 3 W's and a dot, worldchristian.org, find the donate here button, and make a financial contribution to support this work that literally covers the world every day with the gospel. World Christian Broadcasting, in cooperation with Keeping Up with Jones, the Lonnie Jones podcast adventure.